Dames en here, die akademiese prosesie sal binnekort inbeweeg. U word versoek om asseblief op te staan.
Bomma le bontate, moloko-loko wa dirutegi o a sepela mo nakong e kopana. Le kgopelwa ho ema.
Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will enter shortly. You're kindly requested to stand.
By the power vested in me, I hereby constitute this assembly as a legal congregation of the University of Pretoria. During this assembly, degrees and diplomas with all the associated rights and privileges will be conferred and awarded to the candidates whose names appear in the program. You may be seated. We now request that you join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements of our students. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as Vice Principal of the University of Pretoria, I extend a hearty word of welcome to everyone here at this graduation ceremony this afternoon. I would like to acknowledge the presence of a few people, starting with the Dean, Prof. Senkubuche. It is her first day on the job as Dean, so it's a special moment for us and for the faculty. I also want to acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Dean Teaching and Learning, Prof. Steenkamp, the Deputy Director, Student Systems, Mr. Swanepoel, our former Chair of Council, Mr. Dlamini, all chairpersons of schools, heads of departments, directors, emeriti and honorary professors, and other lecturers and their spouses or partners. I want to acknowledge the representative of the SRC, and then, of course, all persons on whom degrees and diplomas will be conferred and awarded this afternoon, and then all of your spouses, your partners, your parents, as well as any other party and dignitary who we may not be aware of. Today is the start of the University of Pretoria's autumn graduation ceremonies. And it'd be interesting to note that over the next couple of weeks, over 12,511 graduates will walk the stage during this autumn graduation. I'm privileged to officiate at this event where 390 qualifications will be conferred. This morning's or this afternoon's cohort includes no less than 14 doctorates, and we are in the company of remarkable talent indeed. The day marks the culmination of, for you all as graduates, of years of rigorous study, of clinical training, of personal sacrifice, and deep intellectual and professional growth. I therefore wish to congratulate all of the graduates on their astounding achievement today. You've completed a program of study in one of the most demanding but also impactful fields of human endeavor. You have distinguished yourself through your dedication to learning, to clinical training, to community engagement, and to adaptability in an ever-changing health landscape. You enter the profession now during a time of immense health needs and rapid transformation. As you know, South Africa continues to face a high burden of disease, significant disparities in healthcare access, and systemic challenges within both the public and private sectors. But this context also offers an opportunity. There is an opportunity for leadership in primary healthcare, for example. There's an opportunity for innovation in digital health and interdisciplinary research and practice. There's an opportunity to champion mental health, maternal and child care, rehabilitation services, and public health responses to both communicable and non-communicable diseases. There is a clear and urgent need for professionals who can work at the intersection of science and policy, but also compassion. South Africa needs health leaders, and South Africa, I want to reiterate this, because I know some of you may decide to leave, but I want to reiterate that South Africa needs health leaders who will innovate in public health, who advocate for patients, and who work to close the gaps in service delivery. Your presence in the South African system is necessary. In short, the country needs your expertise, but it also requires your voice, your commitment to equity, to advocacy, and to health system strengthening. Graduating from the University of Pretoria's Faculty of Health Science is no ordinary achievement. You have joined and are now graduating from one of South Africa's premier institutions. A faculty that's widely respected for its contributions to health research, to teaching, to innovation, and to service delivery. The UP Faculty of Health Sciences regularly ranks amongst the top faculties of its kind on the African continent. Its graduates, therefore, are well-trained and well-regarded in hospitals, clinics, and research institutions, both locally and globally. But graduates, I want to remind you this afternoon, you are not, in fact, leaving the UP community. You're becoming an alumnus, an enduring part of this academic family. So we urge you to remain engaged as mentors to future students, as contributors to alumni initiatives, as collaborators in research and outreach, and as ambassadors for health justice and innovation in South Africa and beyond. I also want to use this opportunity to thank the families, the friends, the communities who have supported our graduates. Your role in this achievement has not gone unnoticed. Also, our academic and clinical staff, thank you for your dedication to training a new generation of health professionals. In closing, to our graduates, carry the name of the University of Pretoria with pride, and may your work contribute meaningfully to the health and dignity of all people. We look forward to seeing the difference that you will make. Congratulations. I now request the Dean to introduce to me the candidates present whose names appear in the program.
Madam Vice Principal, the supervisors will now introduce the doctoral candidates.
Madam Vice Chancellor and Principal, I introduce to you Gaidin Brecht, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with the thesis title Respiratory Pathogens Associated with Sudden Unexpected Deaths, Secondary to Neurological Science during the COVID-19 Pandemic in Gauteng, South Africa. Prepared under my supervision with Professor Servaas Rousseau as co-supervisor. In her thesis, the candidate investigated SARS-CoV-2 and other respiratory and neurological infections as the cause of sudden unexpected death, with little or no clinical history in the contribution of SARS-CoV-2 to excess mortality across 3 pandemic waves. A peak in SARS-CoV-2 positives were observed during the Omicron wave, suggesting underreporting in South Africa. Of 100 deceased participants, 8% were positive for SARS-CoV-2, and whole genome sequencing confirmed Omicron subvariants in the NP swabs, lung and brain tissue, particularly affecting children and infants. Co-infection with respiratory pathogens such as influenza A and human perigovirus in the lungs were found in some cases. These findings highlight the role of Omicron and co-infections in sudden death, emphasizing the need for post-mortem molecular testing and enhanced diagnostic surveillance to access mortality and better understanding the ongoing impact of SARS-CoV-2 and co-infections in South Africa's post-pandemic phase. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and principles on the candidate. Congratulations.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you James Robert Clark, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Reliability, Validity and Sensitivity of a Submaximal Exercise Test to Monitor Recovery and Performance in Elite Rowers, prepared under my supervision and with Professor Andrew McEwen as co-supervisor. In this thesis, the candidate investigated the measurement properties of a training test set as a practical alternative to existing tests for tracking the training response in rowers. Following a systematic review of evidence on submaximal tests for monitoring rowers, the candidate conducted a series of measurement studies on a self-paced 6-kilometer ergometer training bout in highly trained world-class rowers. The 6-kilometer submaximal rowing ergometer training test demonstrated excellent between-week reliability, permitted valid performance and aerobic fitness estimations, and was sensitive to short-term changes in training volume and seasonal improvements in performance. The findings suggest that this index training set is a reliable, valid, and sensitive method for coaches and sports scientists to monitor elite rowers under the field conditions when maximal or laboratory tests are not feasible. Madam Vice Principal, I request you confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and principles on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Andries Daniel de Beer, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Antiferroptotic Properties of Isolates from Traditional South African Medicinal Plants in a 6-hydroxydopamine-induced SHSY5Y cytotoxicity model, prepared under the supervision of Professor Cordier and with Dr. Belmuth and myself as co-supervisors. In the study, the candidate explored the neuroprotective potential of plant-derived fractions in addressing Parkinson's disease through the ferroptosis pathway. Using a comprehensive approach, the study investigated 192 fractions from 24 medicinal plants, assessing the effects on reactive oxygen species generation, glutathione levels, mitochondrial function, and lipid peroxidation. Notably, fractions from Opticium, Procumbens, Polygata, Fergata, and Oncocanthera oppositifolia demonstrated significant cytoprotective effects by reducing oxidative stress and stabilizing mitochondrial membrane potential, as well as potential drug targets of interest via molecular docking, such as glutathione peroxidase 4 modulation. The work highlights the multi-target therapeutic potential of traditional medicines, particularly that of Polygala Vergata, while emphasizing the challenges of improving pharmacokinetic properties such as blood-brain barrier permeability. This study contributes to the disease modification strategies for Parkinson's disease treatment using indigenous knowledge systems. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Brunhilde de Vos, who has compiled with the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled The Effect of Zingeron on Differentiation and Signaling Pathways in Bone Cell Lines and Bone Health Parameters in a murine model, prepared under my supervision, and with Dr. Abe Edward Kasonga and Professor Annie Margarita Ube as co-supervisors. In this thesis, the candidate explored how Zingeron, a phytochemical compound from ginger, could help protect and strengthen bones, with bone-related conditions such as osteoporosis becoming a significant public health burden. This study examined whether Zingeron could support bone formation and prevent bone loss. To achieve these outcomes, the candidate employed in vitro and in vivo methods to investigate the osteogenic potential of Zingeron. For the in vitro laboratory tests, the candidate used osteoblasts and osteoclasts cells to assess the effect of Zingeron on cell proliferation, differentiation, and activity. The gene expression of the osteoblastogenic markers were upregulated while osteoclast activity was suppressed, indicating that Zingeron promoted bone-forming cell growth while reducing bone-destroying activity. Now, in a rodent model of alcohol-induced bone dysfunction, Zingeron treatment improved health parameters, including tibial structure and plasma surrogate markers of bone function, suggesting the potential of Zingeron to counteract the adverse effects of alcohol on bone health. These results indicate that Zingeron may serve as a promising adjunctive therapy, especially when used as a dietary supplement for preserving bone integrity, particularly under conditions that impair skeletal development. This research opens up new avenues for developing alternative strategies to maintain bone health and reduce the risk of fractures. Madam Vice Principal, I request that you confer the degree on the candidate. Thank you.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Palisa Caroline Guatale, who has compiled with the requirements of the degree, Doctor of Philosophy, with a thesis titled Developing PET Infection Imaging Agents for Visualizing Bacterial Peptidoglycan Assembly, prepared under the supervision of Prof. Thomas Ebenhan and the co-supervision of myself and Prof. Mike Satechi. In the thesis titled Developing PET Infection Imaging Agent for Visualizing Bacterial Peptidoglycan Assembly, the candidate explored the bacterial cell wall, focusing on peptidoglycan as a vital target for developing cutting-edge radioactive traces for nuclear medicine. The work advances our fundamental understanding of microbial biology and introduces novel diagnostic strategies for infection imaging. As proof of concept, she designed a bacterial cell wall targeting a tripeptide-based radioactive tracer. She evaluated it for future use in diagnosing bacterial infection using real-time nuclear PET imaging. The candidate developed a robust radiolabeling procedure that yielded safe to administer radioactive tracer doses. The tripeptide radiotracer was further assessed using bacterial uptake assays and animal infection models. The study finds that an ideal radiotracer that engages in cell wall biosynthesis must fit in size and chemical structure and preserve its targeting motive. The research findings recommend using more promising direct labeling utilizing carbon-11 and or fluorine-18 radioactivity to provide accurate diagnostic intervention for infectious diseases. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Congratulations.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Victor Vusi Mabasa, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Genetic Diversity and Viability of Human Norovirus Strains Detected in Selected Wastewater Samples from Tshwane District, South Africa, prepared under my supervision, and with Professors Maureen Taylor and Walda van Zyl as co-supervisors. In this thesis, the candidate investigated the diversity and persistence of noroviruses in wastewater using next-generation sequencing and molecular assays. Over 2 years, the candidate detected noroviruses in 81% of the wastewater samples and identified 89 distinct polymerase capsid combinations, including 51 novel recombinants. The candidate also designed primers for whole genome sequencing of human-specific genogroup noroviruses, leading to the discovery of genotypic variants and strains unique to Southern Africa and South Africa. Molecular viability studies revealed that despite wastewater treatment, noroviruses remained detectable. The persistence of potentially viable noroviruses in treated effluent underscores public health risks. This research advances wastewater-based epidemiology and provides critical insights into the genetic evolution and environmental transmission of noroviruses. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate. Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Renee Pina, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Identifying Circulating Biomarkers in a Cohort of Hypercholesterolemic Patients with Statin Intolerance from Gauteng, South Africa, prepared under my supervision and with Professor Priscilla Soma as co-supervisor. In this thesis, the candidate investigated microRNAs 33A, 133A, and 499A, as well as protein biomarkers in patients with high cholesterol levels and with statin intolerance in Gauteng, South Africa. She used in silico screening and highly sensitive laboratory-based methods such as quantitative PCR and ELISA assays to do this. The study included 3 groups, including high cholesterolemic patients on statin therapy, patients with high cholesterol and not on statin therapy, and healthy controls. Various target genes associated with cholesterol homeostasis and the regulation of muscle cell differentiation were identified using microRNA base and target scan to perform in silico screening of each of the microRNAs. Using quantitative PCR and ELISA, an inverse relationship was found between microRNA 33A and apolipoprotein A1, and a positive relationship was found between creatine kinase, a muscle toxicity marker, and microRNA 133A. MicroRNA 499 was not detectable. The results of the study helped to gain a better understanding of epigenetics and its effect on statin pharmacokinetics, which will help and which will allow a more personalized approach to statin therapy that is especially relevant to our diverse South African population. Madam Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate. I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Andrea Prinsloo, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled The Effects of In Utero HIV and Antiretroviral Therapy Exposure on Infant T-cell and monocyte Activation, Function, and Regulation of Immune Modulatory Pathways, prepared under my supervision and with Professor Helen Steele as co-supervisor. In this thesis, the candidate aimed to determine whether maternal HIV status and cytokine profiles impact infant immune characteristics. The study found that increased maternal immune activation alters basal T-cell maturation, activation, and regulation, as well as basal monocyte activation and responsiveness to stimulation of HIV-exposed uninfected infants at birth and 10 weeks of age. While these infants' immune systems appear to recover by 6 months of age, it is unclear whether complications might ensue later in life, given the importance of immune ontogeny on lifelong immune homeostasis. Some immunological changes suggest that HIV-exposed uninfected infants might be more susceptible to infection during the first 10 weeks of life. Measures to support these infants during this vulnerable period may include maternal vaccination, additional clinic visits, and a supplemented diet for mothers during exclusive breastfeeding. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Matsepu Rakaki, who has compiled with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled Molecular and Serological Investigation of Shuni virus in South Africa. Prepared under my supervision and with co-supervision of Dr. Adriano Mendes as co-supervisor. In the thesis, Molecular and Serological Investigation of Shuni virus in Africa, the candidate aimed to characterize the genomic and phylogenetic relationship of Shuni virus and establish serological assays to investigate the epidemiology of Shuni in humans and animals in South Africa. The candidate reported on the detection of novel Shuni virus Shamonda reassortments in the brain of a horse that died of severe neurological signs. Several Autobunia virus reassortments was also detected in Culicoides mitch vectors. She also established Shuni virus-specific IgM and IgG ELISA using baculovirus express Shuni virus glycoproteins for use in serological investigations in humans and animals. The IgM assays was applied together with molecular assays to determine the incidence of Shuni virus during summer and autumn months in horses, with febrile and neurological signs across South Africa, and the incidence in humans was investigated in hospitals in Gauteng and Mpumalanga province, and the seroprevalence in healthy controls. The findings suggest that Shuni is missed as a cause of acute neurological disease in humans and horses in South Africa and should be investigated in the rest of Africa. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree to the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Shlambani Shirinda, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled One Health Investigation of the Antimicrobial Resistome, Genetic Diversity and Public Health Risk of Toxogenic Clostridioides difficile isolated from humans and animals in Gauteng, South Africa, prepared under my supervision and with Professor Anthony Smith as co-supervisor. In her thesis, the promovenda indicated the significant genetic diversity of C. difficile strains, identifying 18 distinct sequence types. The study reported for the first time hypervirulent sequence type 1 in Africa and sequence type 11 in South Africa, both known for genetic potential and linked to severe symptoms and epidemic outbreaks, with phylogenetic analysis indicating an ongoing sequence type 1 outbreak. Although C. difficile was not detected in animal samples, several strains with zoonotic potential were identified in clinical specimens, which underscores the importance of a One Health approach. While all the isolates were phenotypically susceptible to therapeutic antimicrobials, 95% of the strains carried antimicrobial resistance determinants for at least 3 antimicrobial classes, identifying them as multi-drug resistant strains. The study recommended that the C. difficile diagnostic algorithm used in South Africa be revised to include culture-based antibiotic susceptibility testing, and molecular epidemiology techniques, as current methods have failed to detect the ongoing outbreak of sequence type 1 in both public and private clinical settings, exposing a key diagnostic gap. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Shanae Smith, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis titled The Radiologic Features, Histopathologic Variants and Proliferation Indices of Ameloblastomas in a South African Sample, prepared under my supervision and with Professors F.P. Fonseca and W.F.P. van Heerden as co-supervisors. In this thesis, the candidate aimed to assess factors that influence the behavior of these odontogenic neoplasms. Understanding this neoplasm is of paramount importance due to its high prevalence in South Africa and its burden on the healthcare system. In this study, ameloblastomas were diagnosed at a significantly younger age compared to patients from developed countries. Statistically significant association between aggressive new radiologic features and age and lesion duration were noted, emphasizing the importance of timeous treatment to reduce patient morbidity. Faster growth correlated with radiologic signs of aggressiveness was also noted among female patients. The indolent behavior of the unicystic variant was supported by the clinical radiologic findings and the lowest overall proliferation index. The high proliferation index of the plexiform variant correlated with aggressive clinical radiological features, demonstrating more aggressive behavior. The findings of this study expanded the current understanding of this neoplasm with improvements in clinical management. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I hereby confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, I introduce to you Sandra Spakerman, who has complied with the requirements for the degree Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled Curriculum Development for Undergraduate Anesthesiology Training in South Africa, prepared under my supervision and with Professor Lionel Green-Thompson from the University of Cape Town as co-supervisor. In this thesis, the candidate addresses the pressing global health challenge of access to safe anesthesia in resource-constrained settings, focusing on the South African context. In decentralized public hospitals where specialists are scarce, junior non-specialist doctors often provide anesthesia with limited supervision. The study recognizes the critical need to ensure that graduating medical students are adequately prepared for this role. Guided by Kern's curriculum development framework, the candidate performed an extensive mixed methods inquiry involving all medical schools in South Africa. She assessed final year students' self-perceived competence and educational experiences following undergraduate anesthesia training. The findings revealed that longer time on task, capacity for spaced repetition, and student maturity enhanced confidence and preparedness amongst graduates. These findings informed evidence-based recommendations for improving undergraduate anesthesia curricula in South Africa. Students experienced a high cognitive load during undergraduate anesthesia training. In response to the challenges identified, the candidate developed the COLOAD, or Cognitive Load in Anesthesia Education framework, offering a novel approach to managing cognitive demands in undergraduate anesthesia education in lower and middle-income country contexts. In the final phase of the research, the candidate led a national consensus-building process using a modified Delphi technique, engaging expert anesthesia educators to define national standardized core competencies for undergraduate training. As the first study of its kind in a low and middle-income country, this research makes a significant contribution to the fields of health professions education and global safe surgery, offering a replicable model for undergraduate anesthesia curriculum reform in resource-limited context. Madam Vice Principal, I request you to confer the degree on the candidate.
I confer the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all its associated rights and privileges on the candidate.
Madam Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Master of Early Childhood Intervention. Carmen Duploy. Griselda Gujungwa. Avuyile Mjobo. Yanam Munian. Innocentia Ngobo. Melissa Philander. Yuvishti Singh. Tintswalo Zungu. In the Master of Medicine in Anesthesiology, Juanano Habanaga. Noluthando Mlabateki. Agnes Mukhorosi. Carissa Naidu. Ursula Schuler. Fatima Vauda. And the Master of Medicine in Emergency Medicine, Ntsovelo Mugwena. And the Master of Medicine in Family Medicine, Samira Esop. And the Master of Medicine in Forensic Pathology, Stephanie Ferraris. And the Master of Medicine in Internal Medicine, Temujo Mahoka. And the Master of Medicine in Neurosurgery, Shane Alexander. And the Master of Medicine in Obstetrics and Gynecology, Miyelani Baloyi. And Caitlin Hector with distinction. Elizabeth Janssen van Rensburg with distinction. Katia Makasane with distinction. Charmaine Malaza. Matthew Mojela. Solomon Muvango. Portia Nyalungu. And the Master of Medicine in Ophthalmology, Comfort Fakude. And the Master of Medicine in Orthopedics, Stephanus Reibenheimer. And the Master of Medicine in Pediatrics, Shahista Kalidas with distinction. Nompumelelo Linda. Ntokozisi Mbuto. Gabriel Nell. Master of Medicine in Radiological Diagnostics, Libone Emmanuel. Master of Medicine in Surgery, Tut Gill. Master of Medicine in Urology, Qadin Zukuma. Master of Philosophy, specializing in philosophy and ethics of mental health, Yashika Bennett. Nelisizwe Mabuza. Master of Science, specializing in anatomy, Cassidy Brooks. Stacy Knott. Felicia Masetla with distinction. Nompumelelo Saule Mudau with distinction. and Master of Science specializing in cell biology, Caroline Naderson. Heinrich Smuts. Master of Science specializing in human physiology, Ashley Gunas. Grant Hatting. Andrea Lenting. Ramotile Letswalo with distinction. Caitlin Mason with distinction.
The cells lived, guys!
Rakotlote Matlala. Michael Stark with distinction. Master of Science specializing in medical immunology, Nicole Chicken. Shudufazo Singo. Ashley Nawande. Megan Ryder with distinction. Master of Science specializing in medical microbiology, Shristi Mahabir. Gazadi Ngoye. Sydney Simons with distinction. Elzette Spaltman with distinction. Master of Science specializing in medical nuclear science, Gladness Mutumi. Master of Science specializing in medical virology, Tauya Muvengi with distinction. Master of Science specializing in pharmacology, Tidimalo Mukhali. Nomfundo Nzama. Kayleen Pillay. Ntakwana Rasametsa. Caitlin van Belugian. Lizay Visser. Master of Science, specializing in sports medicine, Nadine Hugo with distinction. Bertus Janssen van Rensburg with distinction. Christelle Miller with distinction. Danielle Pistorius with distinction. And Master of Medicine in Internal Medicine, Bonisa Tlakwani. Madam Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the postgraduate diploma in general ultrasound. Annalindi Potgieter. Madam Vice Principal, the following candidates have complied with all the requirements for the degree Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery. Ubaid Abdullah. Ayomide Adeniran. Abdul Ahmed. Zara Ahmed. Chiamaka Ajumobi with distinction. Vanessa Ano with distinction. Refilwe Apane. Tyrese Aries with distinction. Tyrese. Kiara Ashikuma. Atia Asmal. Ridwan Baha. Pumla Balole. Tsakani Baloi. Bianca Basilo with distinction. Monique Basson with distinction. Shana Lee Bester. Alessia Bevilacqua. Arishka Bangwandin. Netanya Bilno. Adom Boateng. Reino Borman. Lizka Boswa. Stephanie Buerta with distinction. Charlize Breitenbach with distinction. Alicia Britt with distinction. Amy Britt. Cassandra Brown with distinction. Alicia Burchell with distinction. Ruach Berger. Mariam Kachalia. Nishana Chetty. Tamishka Chiba. Pidumoyo Chiroro. Kagiso Cholo. Keegan Crane with distinction. Keegan. Jaydeline Davis with distinction. Adrienne de Jonge. Ludwig de Kok with distinction. Nicole de Lange with distinction. Kate de Wet with distinction. Matt Dewa with distinction. Kanya Putukani Diko. Nobuhle Dladla. Apinda Dlova. Hilda Duploy. Hanro Dupria. Anna Dutoit. James Dutoit. Janelle Dutoit. Enrique Francis. Apelele Funduswa. Monique Gada. Marlies Giris. Nikita Jemisthazen. Rachel Geiser. Princess Gill. Tyler Gillott. Tejme Govinsamy. Lwamkelo Qabant. Jessica Goimaris. Reinhard Gulfening with distinction. Nobuhle Gxekwa. Kylie Harris. Shakil Hassim. Jonay Hatting with distinction. Luke Heger. Rudolf Henning. Erin Holmes. Inay Human. Mohammed Iqbal. Caleb Isaacs with distinction. Sadia Ismail. Craig Jackson. Tlotliso Jamani. Emma Janse van Vieren with distinction. Peter Jansen van Rensburg. Zahir Joyget. Lonette Jonker with distinction. Josephine Kamuzinzi. Wejusivera Kavenzuva. Ibrahim Kazi. Simone Kellerman. Mohammed Kadame. Sianda Kambula. Shariz Khan. Lerato Kwali. Lerato. Rilebohile Kotane. Lizwi Kumalo. Anel Creer with distinction. Annie Creer. Dylan Creer. Natasha Kun. Marcia Labia. Kabelo Lefoka. Anika Loubser. Alicia Lowe. Barend Libbe. Tenjiwe Mabaso. Boitumelo Mabuse. Lesego Mabusela. Nompilo Mabuza. Emily McGregor with distinction. Mahanti Machakela. Tinashe Matozoma. Thandiswa Madevana. Pelenomi Maduma with distinction. Camera Magan. Ovayo Mahamba. Snethemba Majola. Refilwe Makame. Mtabiseni Makunga. Wacheng Makola. Trivia Malepe. Khuthatso Malope. Sbusiso Maphosa. Thandeka Maphosa. Zandile Maqolo Gcabansi. Kara Maritz. Yvonne Maroku. Anami Marks. Stembile Maseko. Khuputso Mashapu. Luzette Mashiko. Tabelo Makado. Nompilo Maswanganyi. Kiatlechile Matale. Khumutso Matlo. Siboniso Matebula. Tlalifo Machingane. Kilebohile Matubane. Cleo Matthews with distinction. Naomi Mujan. Sabelo Mayapi. Jonathan McMaster. Kiara Memdut. Notolo Mkhize. O Lebogang Mkwabe. Akona Mngandi. Ijaz Mohammed. Lebogang Mohlabeng. Lesego Mogola. Tlowu Mukwena with distinction. Chilidzi Mukwena. Alfred Mukwena. Maclaude Mukwena. Lebogang Molapo. Jaislyn Moneron with distinction. Kian Moolman. Katlego Moritsele. Ntsako Moshidi. Zimvo Mpambane. Ketelo Msibi. Lesego Mthembu. Palesa Mtshali. Phathuchedzo Mutimeli. Wamashudu Mukuba. Sinalo Mzazi. Danelia Naidu. Neven Naidu. Rofiwa Nehota. Almaynel with distinction. Mbalenhle Ngubeni. Nduduzo Ngwenya. Nkululeko Nhlapho. Olefile Nkgapele. Snethemba Nkonqa. Nande Nojaholo. Ntombogcino Nombuya. Zizandi Zovuyo Noxuba. Arifa Nogat with distinction. Owethu Nondu. Noreen Norudin. Chloe Ugly. Izel Ugras. Olayemi Okesukun. Zipho Oliphant. Leon Opperman with distinction. Amelia Osmond. Jessica Palmer with distinction. Suhail Paraka. Danica Piens. William Peary. Megan Pinar. Neha Pillay. Louis Potgieter. Hilda Pretorius. Michaela Prince Muta. Daniel Prince. Haman Prinsloo. Simamkele Kwalwana. Alusha Ramdial. Nikhil Ramlugan. Kemelo Ramushu. Nsuku Rapela. Sulandi Reiter. Roberta Ritchie. Johan Richardson. Shania Richardson with distinction. Dylan Rousseau. Jessica Rowe with distinction. Tana Roy. Onele Khubushe. Ramin Sabek. Amin Sadi Rockman. Buntle Skippers. Khuthatso Sibucha. Tlalifo Silibano. Mashadi Siritlo. Bianca Serfontaine. Absalom Shongwe. Mfundo Sibuyi. Alessandro Siglax. Zintle Sindane. Boitumelo Sishi. Sudita Sitlu. Stefan Smith. Nkubeko Sonjani. Chibe Spoelstra with distinction. Michelle Stevens. Zintle Stofile. Melissa Sutton. Anya Swart. Maria Tamayo Isla with distinction. Janadine Taylor. Muhammad Tayob. Unai Terreblanche with distinction. Myreng Terefe with distinction. Sibonga konke Tabede. Lucia Tobejane. Kurt Thompson. Stembiso Tusi. Dimpoche Mulane. Devan Tolkien with distinction. Zinzulu Chatsela. Dipuwe Tselane. Robert Chividzo. Gontakan Turafo. Aleta van der Merwe. Mignon van der Merwe. Estie van Jaarsveld. Rihanna van Jaarsveld with distinction. Deirdre van Niekerk. Lizette van Niekerk. Wiehen van Pelsen with distinction. Travelin van Skalkwyk. Elizabeth van Straten. Malan van Zyl. Tyler van Zyl. Carla Venter with distinction. Kami Venter. Robin Vakale. Nomtobo Vika. Marie Viljoen. Wihan Viljoen. Danilo van Wildegge. Marine Vos. Simvuyele Wana. Hannah Willows. Piwoku Hlekulu. Visage Young. Marcel Zender with distinction. Mpilentle Zungu. Rebuhile Zwane with distinction. And the last candidate is from the Master of Medicine in Radiation Oncology, Dlamini Mamakwa.
Can I ask that we give all of our graduates a big hand of applause? Thank you. Graduates, can I ask you to please stand? I want the graduates to turn around to the people that have supported you to get to this point. Then finally, behind me are all of your lecturers without whom you would not have gotten here today. Please give them an applause. We've now come, you can remain standing for now. We've now come to the end of the proceedings. Before we close, I would like to invite everyone to join us for refreshments in the marquee in front of the Rembrandt Hall. Can I ask that everybody rise for the singing of the national anthem and to remain standing until the assembly has been dissolved and the academic procession has left the auditorium. The words of the national anthem is printed on the inside back cover of the program. By the powers vested in me, I hereby dissolve this assembly of the University of Pretoria.
So